We talk a lot about student loan debt on TYT University, and for good reason. While college only lasts 4 years, paying off your student loans is going to last a lot longer on average. So it's something that we think about a lot here, especially because both Anna and myself are still paying off our student loans. One person who is not still paying off their student loans, though, is Joe Michalek. He is a former student of Harvard Business School, who currently works in Austin, Texas. And he is in the news for accomplishing a very impressive feat. In just 10 months, he paid off his $101,000 student loan debt. Now, just to give you an idea of the beginning of this story for Joe Michalek, he says that he was responsible with his finances previous to paying off these student loans. He was responsible with his finances, dutifully making over $1,000 a month payments on his over $100K student loan debt, contributing 10% of his income to his 401K, and paying off his monthly credit card balance, and even maintaining an emergency fund built to last for 6 months in the event that he lost his job. So prior to the story that I'm going to tell you, he was being responsible in terms of his finances. That's something that you need to know. But one day last summer, he checked his student loan balance, expecting to be impressed with his progress. Remember, he's paying over $1,000 a month up to this point. Instead, he was stunned. After paying more than $22,000, he still owed over $90,000. Due to interest payments, he wouldn't pay off his loan for another 10 years. 10 years of paying off $1,000 a month. That is insane. A disaster, as Anna would say. So he decided to take extreme measures, and he's produced a video explaining what he did to pay off his loan debt in just 10 months. Let's watch that.
Two, three, three, four, eight. That's it right there.
That's it, my friend.
That's it.
That's all I got. That's it, dude.
Now, to the extent that this video I just showed you will help to make students with a lot of student loan debt think about it, want to pay it off sooner, take whatever steps they can, and actually pay down their debt more quickly, that's a great thing. That said, when I clicked on this link originally, when I saw it on the Huffington Post, I was really excited because I thought, wow, if he has some tricks for how I can pay off my student loan debt faster, that would be great. But that's not really what I saw there. Now, perhaps I'm going to be too hard on Joe Michalek, but I have to say what I think. And in this case, I feel like his advice is not going to be terribly helpful to a lot of people. Look, he had 2 cars. He could afford to sell one to pay off his student loan debt. He owed $90,000. For all I know, he got $20,000 for the car that he sold. I personally don't have an extra car that I can sell, so that doesn't really help me. I imagine it won't help a lot of you. He was able to sell off his extra motorcycle. Remember, he has 3 vehicles at this point. That's another $5,000 to $10,000, depending on the bike, I imagine. Now, in his defense, he did take an extra job doing landscaping, driving the pedicab. He actually started the landscaping business. Both of those are great. Look, I'm sure he made a good amount of money, and that certainly helped him. But talking about bringing a flask with liquor to bars instead of paying for liquor there, that'll save you a little bit of money. I already do that. It's not going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars, though. He didn't buy any clothing, and he repaired his car himself. Both of those, I think, are good pieces of advice. You can spend a lot of money on clothing, even if you don't have particularly nice clothes like me. And car repairs are expensive. So little things like that certainly can help. If you're paying off student loan debt right now, you need to think of opportunities like that to save money and to put it right into your student loans to help get past some of the interest you're already paying every month. So that's true. But that said, he also, I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but he had a 6-figure job. I mean, remember, he's a Harvard Business School student. It sucks that it would have taken him 10 years, but he's making $100,000 a year. I don't know about you, I'm not making anywhere near that. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to pay off my loan. Now, I should point out some quick stats. We've mentioned these on the show before, but I'd just like to remind you, collective student loan debt in the country is now more than $1 trillion, higher than personal credit card debt. Additionally, the average student graduates college with over $25,000 in debt. And if they go on to graduate school, it's even higher. It's higher than $43,500. So again, Joe's was much higher than that, more than double that, as you might expect from the fact that he went to Harvard Business School. And it's a big problem. It's not going to be fixed just by taking the advice from that video or from this one, but I hope that it helps. It's something that we're going to continue to talk about on TYT University because it is, look, honestly, it's the biggest problem right now for college students. They have a lot of problems getting jobs. That's a big problem too, but some people will get jobs out of college. Some won't. Everybody basically is going to have student loan debt, and that's why it's something that we bring up every week. Not because I find it personally interesting, outside of the fact that I have to pay off my loans, but we think it's important, and so that's why we talk about it. If you feel that I'm being too hard on Joe, if you think that his advice is applicable to more students than I'm believing it will be, feel free to mention it in the comments down below. You can, as always, tweet me. My Twitter information has been flashing at the bottom of the screen. And I'm interested to see what you think about this. If you have any advice for ways that you saved money each month that you think would help people pay off their loan debt a little bit faster, please provide it to me, and I will then provide it to our viewers. Maybe it'll help everybody. And thanks for watching.